Hey there, it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some projects from the new Spellbinders collection, The Poet's Garden. So I just got into the affiliate program over at Spellbinders a couple months ago, and they sent me these two die sets that are included in this month's Poet's Garden release. So we've got Love in the Mist die set and the Clematis Poet die set. So I'm going to share some projects that I made with these two new die sets. So let's start with the Clematis Poet. So here are two cards that I made with this die set, and I just love them. I love how these turned out. I love 3D paper flowers. If you've ever been to my blog, then you've seen I like making paper flowers a lot. Anyway, so for this card, as you can see, I made two flowers on here. And let's see, for this background, I used a new 3D embossing folder that is from another release from this month. This embossing folder is a 3D embossing folder from the Regal Reflections collection. So as you can see, there's two different embossed designs that you can use with this. So I used this side for the detail on the back of this card, and then I ink blended this, which you can actually see in the last video that I posted. And then to make all of the flowers that I made with these two die sets, I went ahead and used the specialty Susan's Garden specialty cardstock, and this cardstock is really interesting. I love this texture. It's like, it feels kind of velvety and like a mix between like watercolor and almost like a super fine sandpaper, if that makes sense. But I found that it made a really big difference in making these flowers, because I tried this initially with just a regular white cardstock, and I like this cardstock a whole lot better. So to get the detail on all of my flowers, I have this set. This is Susan's, what is this called? Hold on. This is Susan's Garden flower mold tray. So I actually, I used these 1/4-inch pieces really to mold the centers of the flowers on these two cards, but also on the other two projects that I'm going to share with you also. And then just to like set my flowers in these larger holes to let them dry. Like, I found this to be really helpful. And then to shape my flowers, hold on, let me get all this out of the way. I have this piece of foam. I don't even remember where I got it, but just I found like pretty much any piece of foam is going to be really good for shaping flowers. And this tool is something that I actually already had. This was actually in my cake making stash that I haven't used in forever, so I decided to bring it over to my craft room. So this is actually for making gum paste flowers for cake decorating, but I found it really helpful to shape my petals to get that nice rounded effect on the flowers themselves. Even though that's actually not the first step that I did. After I cut out all of these flower petals, I used some alcohol markers to get the color on there. I have some other, like some kind of generic alcohol markers that I used on the actual flowers, but I used this tropical forest set for all of my leaves. I love the Altenew alcohol markers. They are so good. I can't wait to get some more colors. I need to increase my stash on this. But yeah, so I colored them and then I shaped the leaves. And I also used the replacement leaf pads and a piercing tool to put the veining onto these leaves to give it a little bit more of a realistic texture. So there's that. And then for both of these sentiments, they're from the same hot foil set. I'll insert the name of it in here because I don't remember what I used, but yeah, that's what's going on there. Then for this card, on this background, you can see the texture on there. I used this 3D embossing folder. This was the embossing folder of the month from August 2024, and unfortunately it's not available anymore, which is a shame because it's beautiful. I love this one so much. So if you have it, you should make sure to use it. I love it so much. And then for the background on this, I used the nested postage labels and tag die set, which has become one of my absolute favorite sets to use on my card making. And I used the gold, what is it called? The gold assortment treasured cardstock from Spellbinders on the back of that. So there's these two cards with this die set. Love them. All right, moving along to the Love in the Mist die set. Here are the two cards that I made with this set. So as you can see, I did the same things with cutting out these flowers. I used the Susan's specialty cardstock, and again I used alcohol markers on the petals and the leaves. And then for these leaves on the cards, you have to cut them into like really get that fine detail on there. So on the background of this card, once again, I used that the new 3D embossing folder, but I used this side this time, and I ink blended the cardstock for the background. And again, you can see the nested postage die set on this one, and I love it. It's one of my most used ones. And then this sentiment, I don't think that's available anymore either. That is from the Hello Friend Sentiments Glimmer Hot Foil Plate. I don't think this is available anymore, but isn't that so pretty? I love it so much. And I hot foiled all of my sentiments on those cards with my glimmer machine, and then added some little baubles on there. And then on this card, you can see the background, I used a solid color cardstock, and this time I used a 3D embossing folder. It's this one. Again, I don't think this one's available anymore either, which again is a shame because it's so pretty. I believe this one is the, let me see. This one is the Norwegian Rosemalling 3D embossing folder. And again, it's no longer available. I hope you enjoyed this project share, and I actually did get a little bit of footage of putting together the flowers on these cards. So if you're interested in seeing that, I'll probably be posting that soon. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye.